Hello anyone and welcome back to Three Hopes, where once again, to prove I'm not talking to myself all the time, I have bonus Kart back with me.
Hello.
And it's still weird to me that, this is a sidetrack, but that Shel dual wields, but the swords don't match. I kind of hate that.
Also, those swords were not there last time we loaded this game.
Oh, weren't they?
No.
Okay, glad one of us was paying attention. But yeah, we know now. So, we're doing the Blue Lions route, which seems to be have some characters you may know, now do things, rather than the epically long world building we had in Three Houses, but what can you do? Let's get back into it.
Prologue. Crisis in Ferdiad.
We're still prologuing and there's a crisis in Ferdiad? That didn't take long.
Upon his return to Garreg Mach, the humble Tomas shapeshifts and flees, and not even the Knights of Ceres's most concerted efforts can track down the erstwhile librarian.
They gave the Slitheries a flag.
Dmitri elects to keep an eye on events from afar and not involve himself in the disturbance. Soon, however, an urgent message arrives from Ferdiad, capital of the Kingdom of Fargus.
Right, well this is all going well then.
Well, that was certainly an unexpected conclusion to the whole Tomas saga.
Again, not really if you've played Three Houses, but sure.
Thanks to his shapeshifting ability, he slipped free of the knights and escaped.
Shape-shifting.
Yes, that's what I said. Also, I know what you want to say next. His powers are just like the ones you gave me.
I mean, I like not doing what Narwhal says, but also I feel like we ought to point it out because they continue to build up to evil Narwhal.
His powers are just like the ones you gave me. Are you in league with him, Arval? Where did these powers come from?
Yeah, Narwhal, where do the powers come from?
If I am in league with him, no one has informed me. All I have is you, my dear partner in destiny.
And a convenient case of amnesia.
Extremely convenient, unless Narwhal is just lying to us and is evil this whole time and just wants a handy vessel.
Also possible.
Still, I saw what you saw. Clearly, we don't have a monopoly on shapeshifting.
And now that everyone knows about Tomas, some of them must have connected the dots back to me.
How many people have seen you do that, though?
At least they've had the grace to keep it to themselves.
I mean, you don't even change all that much, you just gain some face paint and a weird collar.
It's because they trust you.
They trusted Tomas too.
Yeah, and Tomas was there for 40 years, we've only been here like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, someone's coming.
It's Tranquil Moorcat. Hey, Quill.
Ah, there you are.
Something wrong?
Hang on, so has Pez just been standing in the hallway, been off in like mysterious land talking to herself, and now Dimitri's come up and she's had to stop it.
That is kind of amazing. Just like Shel talking to themselves in the middle of a very open room, just, Shel, you there? Are you there, mate? Hello?
Come
Something
in,
wrong?
Pez.
No, I simply wanted to check in after the unsettling events of the other day.
I mean, I do feel pretty uneasy, not gonna lie.
I kinda try not to dwell on stuff like that, but I admit I'm having more trouble shrugging this off than usual. It's gonna make my life a lot harder if my powers end up being evil.
I mean, on one hand, at least we're openly talking about it, but on the other hand, evil powers. Seems legit.
Mhm.
Just casually announce this to Dimitri, I guess.
It's fine, it's part of the you've known these characters for 20 seconds routine.
Yeah, they trust Shel. Were we not listening when Narwhal said it?
Yeah, so it's fine to say that you're evil, because they're still going to trust you for some weird reason.
Also, apparently we've just fully discussed these powers that we've seen, like, once.
Perhaps. And yet... How do I put this?
This could be fun.
Power is neutral. The good or evil of it comes from the one who wields it.
Where have I heard that before?
I don't know, but it's surprisingly sensible.
For example, I possess extreme strength, and have always believed this gift was bestowed upon me so that I might protect others.
Well, that
And
explains
you
why he's OP.
Used your power to save us, which means it cannot possibly be evil.
Oh, cannot possibly be evil. No one evil has ever saved another person in their whole life.
A bit too trusting there, Dimitri, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to fish for sympathy there, but, well, thanks.
My apologies if I overstepped.
I've been looking all over for you, Prince Dimitri. Her Grace the Archbishop is asking for you.
First, weirdly sunburnt monk. Second, why does it continue to feel like Dimitri and Shel are talking from different decades?
She requests that you come to the audience chamber immediately. Duke Fraldarius has arrived for a visit.
Hey.
Rodrigue is here? I'm on my way. Let us continue this discussion later.
Dad Mark II. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these jokes from Dimitri's route are gonna be way out there till I finish that series. Sorry, Felix, I didn't mean to talk over you.
He seems very pleased to find out that his dad's here.
Well, doesn't he always?
I've only just heard the news, so I'm a bit hazy on the finer points. But it seems my uncle has seized control of the capital and declared war on House Fraldarius.
Now, who's his uncle? Is that Lord Arundel?
I guess it might be Strudel. Because...
They're vaguely related somehow.
yeah,
Step-uncle, isn't it?
step-uncle, I'm pretty sure. This is a headache.
All signs point to him wanting to stamp the line out entirely.
I love that he's declared war specifically on one house, not even like the entire kingdom. It's like, no, Rodrigue and Felix, you have to go now.
That's Felix's family, right? They're one of the kingdom's leading houses. What does the royal family gain from eliminating them?
I'd wager it has to do with House Fraldarius supporting my claim to the throne.
The bigger question is why the Grand Duke chose to launch an offensive now of all times.
Whatever the reason, he must have decided to act before His Highness's coronation could take place.
My uncle claims House Fraldarius is attempting to install me as their puppet. As such, he issued a written appeal to the Western Lords to help him rescue me from the Duke's foul clutches, as he puts it.
I also love how, like, happy and chill Felix looks right now as they're discussing this. Oh, it's like, yeah, you're a puppet. I accept this.
In what cruel world would our noble house take the reins of a boor like you?
And we're back to Felix's reality.
Yep.
Don't ask me, it's his pretext.
So what exactly is going on in the capital? You said it's been seized.
Oh dear. I do hope nobody there has been met with foul play.
What kind of a sentence structure is that?
He's in no position to engage such a move until I've been removed from the situation.
I say the regent should be dealt with. I haven't heard one good thing about his leadership.
Okay, we're going straight into kill Strudel. Good to know.
I've no intention of becoming a pawn in this game. All the same, I must return to Fargus at once. Didu, you will accompany me.
As you wish, Your Highness.
Felix, I'm sure your father will contact you soon. For now, just wait for Rodrigue to weigh in.
Ash?
Sorry, it's just that Lenato used to be in the Grand Duke's service. So...
Are we really doing this again? Can we not give the baby a good timeline? Please?
He is a man of compassion. It's not out of the question he'll be swayed to my uncle's side.
Oh dear.
Truth be told, we're not sure where anyone's allegiances lie at this point.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
So let's not hasten to conclusions, any of us. We must all keep level heads.
Yes, because clearly you're good at doing that, Dimitri.
Yeah, that's really Dimitri's strength. I wonder if I'll actually get to choose who comes with us this time.
I'm
'cause last
told
time
you are sending the knights to help us, Lady Rhea. I do not wish to sound ungrateful, but are you sure you want to do that?
Anyway, it just kind of gave me 3 people last time, and I feel like part of the fun of Fire Emblem games is being able to pick and choose your party members. I mean, I guess we might have another monster and have to have designated people to break it, but also, yeah. Anyway, Churchy.
The Church of Seros cannot overlook this grievance.
Regrettably, many of our knights were dispatched elsewhere several days ago on another matter. However, while we may lack numbers, we have put together a unit of considerable skill. It will be captained by someone near and dear to you, in fact. Someone well suited to a mission within the kingdom.
Is it Gilbert?
Gilbert or Catherine?
Someone near to... Ah, of course. That is encouraging.
Sure, don't tell us then.
Yeah.
Since its very inception, we have watched over the kingdom of Fargus as one would their own child. When its peace is threatened, the Church has no choice but to act.
I have not forgotten your outpouring of aid after my father's passing 4 years ago. And I swear to repay that kindness in full.
So again, his father's dead, but still no mention of the tragedy.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly the same thing. That was a very vague my father's passing, not like my father was murdered in a massive incident.
One other thing. A suggestion, if you will, from the church.
An order then.
And you're not going to tell us that either.
Good grief, it's vague.
Thanks, cutscene.
Interesting. So she wants all of us to go with you?
Oh, was it just take your friends?
Yes. This time, the Knights of Seros will be accompanying us, in addition to Professor Yuritsa.
Well, I certainly don't mind. But Annie and Ash, what about you? You know I'm always behind you. But considering what it means for my uncle, I don't know.
Oh yeah, generic McGeneric man.
What?
House Dominic's lands are surrounded by other houses that are likely to support Rufus's claim.
Sorry, we're being distracted by Tranquil Moorcat being adorable again. But I just did, in the unseen route, paralogue with Annette and her uncle. They didn't even bother to make a model for him. He's just a generic soldier model, which is really funny to me. But yeah.
If I join you, it could sour my family's relations with our neighbors.
I'll go. I mean, of course I don't want to get Lenato into any trouble.
Nervous laughter.
But I also know he'd want me to do what I think is right.
I'm sorry to place such a difficult decision on your shoulders, Ash. And what of you?
Enthusiasm is key.
I'm in. The more time I spend here at the Academy, the more I miss actual fighting. Besides, I want to use my powers to help. After all, the good or evil of a thing comes from the person wielding it. Am I right?
Indeed it does. You have my thanks.
There you go again, throwing yourself headlong into the first conflict you find. No wonder I have to keep stepping in to guide you.
You do literally nothing, but okay.
Still, we basically have no choice, so run wild, I guess.
Great!
I'll inform you of the details soon. Please ensure you're prepared by then.
Does this mean it's now wander around and talk to everyone time?
I really don't know. Oh. Bayonet. Fair enough. We'll be in Ferdiad before we know it. Guess I should see what the others are up to. Oh, Roderick's here. We're still not even in the monastery though. What is happening?
I don't know if you get the monastery.
What are your thoughts?
Tragic. Did you know there's a whole town under Garreg Mach? Oh yes, do we get them? Please. Give them to me. A bunch of suspicious characters live there. They call it Abyss. I wonder what those folks are really like. The church leave them alone though, so they must not have been involved in that business with Tomas. So we can hope.
To be honest, I'm a little afraid of His Highness. I mean, he's definitely a good person, don't get me wrong or anything. He's usually got a somber look on his face, but his instructions to his troops are always clear. But still, that face! Rude. I've got no idea what's going on in his head. Is he sad? Is he calm? It's impossible to tell.
Just like his partings.
And he was born with that inhuman strength of his, which is the first time we're hearing about this, by the way.
I mean, they did mention it quite a lot in Three Houses, like, "Ooh, you're super strong, Dimitri," but they weren't as blatant as this.
Yeah, I don't remember it all. It sure makes him hard to approach. What if I make him mad?
Oh, you would know. Believe me, you would know. If there's one thing I know about Dimitri, it's you can tell when he's mad. Oh.
Indeed.
That knight can't be Gustav, can he? True, he claims his name to be Gilbert, and yet... I never would have believed that the man that abandoned his country would return at this late hour. Kart, you were right. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm just going to all the generic people first, in case anyone was wondering.
Got a minute?
After the death of the previous king, most of the royal knights were apparently taken under the control of Rufus, the Grand Duke of Ether?
Who is Rufus?
I don't know, I don't remember him. So
I don't think it's Strudel, but...
No, maybe we'll see him they'll recognise him when we see his... what's it?
I guess.
Some portion escaped the capital and rejoined with us here, but not all. There are evidently still some in Ferdiad who are resisting, and I want nothing more than to help them. I almost read that as resting.
Just a nice rest.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Casual.
Nothing bad going on here at all.
Do you have a spare moment?
As a member of House Brenius, the present situation is one I simply cannot leave be. Okay, we're just assigning random houses to the generic students, I guess. To begin with, His Highness Dimitri's succession to the throne was duly agreed upon and acknowledged by the Archbishop herself. After the death of His Majesty, my house and the other lords made preparations with that intent. Yet the Grand Duke would now attempt to That was uncomfortably close you just got there. Grand Duke would now attempt to overthrow that agreement. I won't let it stand. Thank you, generic student, but I'm sure we'll never hear from you again.
It's alright, they're going to take them on single-handedly for us.
Ah, yes.
So listen.
Rufus has always been a sharp one, I tell you what. Sure. None could ever match him when it came to political acumen. But while everyone recognised his talent, he had no crest, so the throne ended up going to his younger brother, Lambert.
Oh. Okay. So Lambert is Dimitri's dad, for those who, like me, have forgotten at least one point or another. Did Rufus ever get mentioned in the main game?
I genuinely don't know.
I don't remember.
Lambert was the polar opposite of his brother in nature and temperament, though he possessed a natural genius in matters of tactics. Can't help but wonder what would have been if the pair of them could have worked together to govern the kingdom.
So they're opposite in personality, but who's the good one and who's the bad one? Because that made it really unclear. I mean, based on context, I assume Lambert is good and Rufus is questionable, but... Huh? Right. Dimitri. Oh, we're doing this again, okay. Try to cheer... I'm not going to scold him. I like him.
Got a sec?
Don't look so glum, Dimitri. Everyone fights with their family at some point in their life.
You've a wit like a rapier. Perhaps I'd do well to pick up on a bit of that cheer. I had a missive sent to my uncle, but I'll wager I'll not receive a reply.
I implore you.
Please continue with preparations so we can set out immediately if the fighting starts.
Okay. Whatever you say, Dimitri, my beloved. Speaking of our beloveds...
Yay!
Oh, there's more generic people we missed.
Rude.
Hey, you.
She isn't here? No, I thought for sure she'd show up for a fight in the kingdom.
Huh?
Who isn't here?
Catherine?
Yeah, Catherine. Why? Thunder Catherine, of course. She's a swordswoman who healed? I can't talk. Wields one of the hero's relics. She's the most powerful of all the knights, and I thought this would be a chance to go head-to-head with her and see who could bury the most enemies. But hey, if she's not here, she's not here. I'll just have to beat our foes twice as hard. Okay, mate, you do that.
What's going on?
There are rumours floating around regarding the Grand Duke of Ether.
I like Ether more.
Ether. Perhaps you've heard them. People claim he had the previous king assassinated and that he was involved in the tragedy of Duska. There it is. And while most rumours are naught but wind, something about these seems strangely credible. There have long been whisperings about discord between the Grand Duke and the late king, not to mention the man's relationship with His Highness.
Well, Kart here is my expert on Dimitri's route, since I, haven't finished it yet. But this all feels very out of nowhere, doesn't it?
A little bit, and also, because I have to be careful what I say, because you haven't got up to the
to the
later levels, but I don't remember Rufus being involved. There's someone else who's involved, but I don't remember it being Rufus.
Yeah, because I was expecting it to be Cornelia again.
Ah yes, Boob Lady.
Yeah, because I know that she is there. I presume I'm going to go fight her in one of the levels coming up on that route, but also... Huh?
Have you need of me?
Do you know what sort of life His Highness led when he lived in Ferdiad before coming to the Academy? Well, I'll tell you. Under the pretext of guarding him, the Grand Duke provided an escort who watched his every move at all times. Despite having committed no crime, he was basically put under house arrest. Word is they even read his letters, can you imagine? Sadly, we minor knights on the fringes could do little for him. But this time I'm going to help. That's why I fled the capital and came running here. Is that like his backstory in the other one? Again, I don't remember it being mentioned.
I may not have been paying attention when they said who they were talking about. Who were they talking about?
Dimitri.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't remember that either.
Anyway.
Nice day we're having.
Nice day to you too, I guess, Rodrigue. Off to fight, your entire family's looking to be killed off. It's a great day! Oh dear. Also, they were talking about, like, his entire family. Is this including Glenn? Are we gonna meet Glenn? The man, the myth, the legend?
But the tragedy of dusk has happened, therefore Glenn is probably already in the Dead Brothers Club.
Yeah. Gosh, this is convoluted. Anyway, hello, Rodrigo Kilfreldarius. The very man at the centre of the maelstrom we find ourselves in. You have my apologies for getting you involved in this recent discord. Ask him if he's Felix's dad.
So basically...
So you must be Felix's dad.
Indeed, and I hear you've been quite the boon to my... We've met like once! What is with these people? We've been here for 2 weeks and everyone would already die for Shel. What the heck?
Would it bother you?
Military strength will be essential if we are to take the royal capital, so I'd ask your aid in the matter if at all possible.
No.
Yeah. Bear with me, CA still can't read maps.
Got a second?
Hey, cheer up, Felix. Your dad's getting worried. I know how unpleasant it feels to have people make weird claims about your family.
Don't act as if you have it all figured out. That sort of thing would never bother me.
Doubt his denial? I'm doubting his denial.
Are you sure?
Really? Because I think most people would take issue with their family getting pinned with a crime they hadn't actually committed.
No.
Ridiculous as it might sound, that's what politics is all about these days. There'd be no end to the anger if you got frustrated at every slight to your family name.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Still, you can hardly blame me if a certain someone's indecision is getting on my nerves.
Not good.
Look, if you're that concerned about His Highness, you should just say something to him.
Why would the job of cheering him up fall to me?
Well, clearly it doesn't very often, let's face it.
Yeah, you'd be terrible at it, Felix, not gonna lie.
Oh, that's right.
Now that I think about it, I heard something when we were leaving Garreg Mark. Evidently, Professor Yaritza set out for the Imperial capital along with the Okay, we've been abandoned by our professor.
He's ditched us.
What a good school year we're having! And if I'm not mistaken, most of the Knights of Seros had some sort of business that kept them from joining us on this mission. I'm certain it's not Academy related, but I wonder what Annie and the others are doing. Yeah, where is Annie? If she's not with us, is she just hanging around at the Academy, or what's going on?
Maybe they didn't want her and Gilbert to meet yet. Or something.
This way.
Speaking of, I am Gilbert, charged with commanding the Knights of Seros in the coming battle. Should the need arise, I hope you will rely on me. I will not permit any harm to come to the students of the Officers' Academy.
I mean, you
Apart
probably
from
won't,
emotional.
'cause from what I hear, well, it said on the thing, casual mode doesn't, or classic mode doesn't kick in until level 4. So, yeah, you probably won't allow any of us to permadeath. Are you connected to the kingdom? I want to go for the searching answer here. The fact that you are specifically dispatched here must mean you have some connection to the kingdom, or maybe even the royal capital.
Indeed, but only slightly more than the other knights.
Wow, Gilbert's a lying liar who lies.
However, that does not mean every one of the Blue Lions will be joining us.
Let's see.
Yeah, I guess Annette must have had some reason for not coming along, huh?
Yes, it was me.
Looks suspiciously at Gilbert.
I suppose so, yes.
Again, I haven't actually published Dimitri's route on my channel, so I hope I'm not spoilering this for anyone too much, but my, 2 viewers will probably know what's up.
Mm-hmm. I'm fairly sure you've mentioned that in your other routes.
Probably, yes.
If you say so. Well,
Are you sure this is okay, Ash? Lord Lenato was once a servant to the Grand Duke, after all.
Yes, when he learned of the circumstances, he told me to hold on to what I believed was just. So we praise the guy, or we admit we don't know who he is. What choices we have? Let's ask who he is just for the heck of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to all this nobility stuff. Who's this Lord Lenato guy again? Lenato is the head of House Gaspard, and also my adoptive father.
Let's give it a go.
Which is exactly why I'm going to do what I believe in, Ingrid. Don't worry.
Maybe you really are suited to be a knight, Ash.
He's baby. Anyway, I think we have one man to talk to. Ooh, item.
You've left the best for last, apparently.
Exquisite old letter. I had a business meeting coming up in Ferdiad, but that's been cancelled. It's hardly the time for that now. I'm sure you remember that the king went to meet with the leaders of Dusker, yes? Well, they were beset by attackers from Dusker on the way there. All were killed. Only the young prince made it. Someone marshalled an army and sent soldiers to raise Dusker immediately. In the meantime, Ferdiad is all in chaos without a king. Dusker really made a mistake here. They're all going to be punished for the actions of a few extremists. Still, considering what they did, maybe they deserve it. I suppose that means we can no longer trade with Dusker. Shame. There's gold to be mined near...
Good luck.
Gwenhwyvar? I don't know. And their blacksmiths are exceptional. No matter what, don't do anything until I return.
So, the tragedy of Dusker has been reduced to a single letter that we found on a box.
Yeah! I mean, it was exquisite. They did give us an
True.
exquisite letter. But,
I loathe the Grand Duke. He tried to harm His Highness on countless occasions.
I mean, didn't he also, like, wipe out your country, potentially? I think that's also a
priorities
reason
to do.
No. Let's wait for him to finish.
His Highness's first campaign was suppressing the rebellion in the west. That too was a plot of the Grand Duke. Only because of House Fraldarius did His Highness emerge unscathed. Assassination attempts continued unceasingly in the palace afterward as well, and given what happened with King Lambert and Dusker,
Well...
His Highness must be aware of the man's ill intent.
Right, I better get some rest before the fighting kicks off.
Cue the fighting kicking off.
Yeah. You don't have to hold down to run in this game, is what I've discovered. It's just button toggle. So excuse me if I keep accidentally running into things. I expect it to turn off when I release the button.
You have my thanks.
I see you have spoken with everyone. The consideration is much appreciated. We shall depart the moment everything is ready. Please be sure to rest until then. Okay. Guess we'll do it. Not much else to do.
The Duke has stamped out most of the troops who invaded Fraldarius.
Why does he have a letter for a face?
I guess... For a second I thought that was meant to be Dimitri, and I was like, why has he suddenly doubled in age? And anyway...
As things stand, a clash on royal soil and eventually within the capital is inevitable.
I love royal soil.
As you are the only blood kin I have, my lord, I pray we might find a way to resolve this conflict peacefully.
Yeah, not with that evil voice.
What rubbish. He sings of conciliation, but I know a threat when I read it.
I definitely don't recognise him.
No, I've never seen this man.
He looks unwell.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you take better care of a letter from your dear nephew, my lord?
Boob lady.
He's not expecting a reply. The creature means to slay me.
Man, people really love inanimate objecting Dimitri.
Your fear of Prince Dimitri runs deeper than I thought. You shouldn't have missed your chance 4 years ago in Dusker, or 2 years ago during the suppression of the rebellion. That's twice you failed to kill him.
I've learned my lesson. A lion's cub is still a lion, and one cannot slay a lion with a clumsy scheme. It's those monstrous eyes, Cornelia. They terrify me.
You realise he's a child still, don't you?
Yeah, I mean...
The boy is a vicious animal, yet he attempts to feign actual grief that we can't find common ground.
You're the one stood across from someone cosplaying as a turkey. What are you talking about animals for?
I was going to go with colour shifted Aversa to make a Fire Emblem reference, but I like the turkey one much better. Also, are we sure he's related to Dimitri and not to Felix?
This is
The
true.
utterance of it shakes me to my core.
He also looks like he hasn't slept for 10 years,
Yes.
which is a mood.
I understand completely.
Every night since I killed my brother, I dream a lion is ripping out my throat.
Okay. I'm not
Alright,
sure
Scar.
I'm not sure I'd be sleeping that well if that was what I was dreaming about either.
This turned very Lion King all of a sudden. But anyway, this was a lot if we don't think this guy's in 3 houses. I know that this was like 3 houses, but less bad stuff happens, but they've really gone out with this, haven't they?
You'll run yourself ragged if you live your days in fear of revenge. You were meant to rule Fargus, and you have the power to make it so. Your royal army is the finest in the realm, and if I may be so bold, you also have me.
Must he, though?
Put your worries to rest, my king. Sleep deeply and without fear.
I'm so utterly tired. Tired of being afraid Tired of what I've become. All of it.
So being an edgelord runs in the family then. Good lord. What is with this dude?
And how much longer until Tullus gives the
What?
word?
Somewhere in the royal castle, brackets, Ferdiad, close
Have
brackets.
you seen her face?
That portrait!
That's terrible.
Oh, there's a lot to take in here.
I know only that something is amiss in the Imperial capital.
Curse it all! I am not waiting 1,000 years for that doddering old fool to act.
Oh, what a surprise. Hecking Rufus is a puppet. Who could have seen that coming after the conversation they just had?
Rally the Western Lords and their troops, and be quick about it. Have them make ready to intercept that whelp.
As you command, Cleobulus.
What now?
Cleobulus. Oh, heck yes. Globular cluster strikes again.
According to our scouts, the enemy has positioned their troops on the capital streets.
Outside the royal castle words. Bracket. Ferdiad, close bracket. I mean, I get why they're putting that after everything. It's just really funny to me.
So they can use the townsfolk as shields when we take the fight to them. With vulgar tactics.
Also, if we're standing outside the castle and they're gathering people on the streets, then we better just wrap this conversation up quite quickly and get out the way.
I'm amazed we got this far.
Well, now that we know their strategy, our next move will be critical. A victory stained with the people's blood achieves nothing. We'll need to move our forces swiftly, but with caution. Dedu, has there been a reply from my uncle?
Nothing of yet.
I thought not.
Your Highness, will you truly be able to strike Rufus down when the time comes?
I'll do it.
I will do what is required of me.
Preparations are complete, Your Highness.
The people are waiting for you, Dimitri. Let's not keep them any longer.
No, we'd best not.
You're our commander, but you look like you're heading for a funeral. Could you maybe try not being so insufferable?
Great pep talk there, Felix.
You're setting a high bar there, Felix.
Apologies for my demeanor. I've more than a few things on my mind. But very well. Let's begin our final war council.
Our final war council, he says, in like the second fight we've been in.
You
Oh,
look
hi
pale.
everyone.
Not keen on fighting your own blood?
Sadly, I saw this fight coming long ago.
I'm glad someone did.
Then what's the problem?
Now that I've brought the fight to the streets of the capital, I wonder if my actions are right. Most of the people here favor keeping the royal line of succession. That's because my father and the kings before him maintained peace inside these walls. But ever since my uncle seized power, the people have been forced to endure his licentious reign.
Word of the day.
Did you know they asked me to assume the throne before my time at the academy? They said only a true king could undo Rufus's misrule.
Again, this is a child. I mean, he might be like 18 now, but before the academy, he would have been a child.
So why didn't you?
Because it would have divided the kingdom, just as it's doing now. Yet had I supported my uncle's claim, it would have been open rebellion. And the only way to prevent such a rebellion is to invade the capital and kill the regent. In other words, I cannot restore my grandfather's peace without first breaking it.
In that case, there's no reason to hesitate. You know fighting is the only answer here. You just have to accept it.
My apologies. I have a bad habit of agonizing over such things.
I mean, in this case, the thing is literally killing your own uncle. I think agonizing over it is kind of justified.
And as all of you have come this far to help me, the least I can do is make an attempt at optimism.
That's a lot of strongholds.
Mm-hmm.
Have I been randomly assigned people again? No.
No defeat
Interesting.
conditions, though.
Well, there weren't any last time, I don't think. So basically we can't lose even if we try.
Nice.
Anyway, units placed within the dark blue grid will be a... Okay. So I think we can bring everyone, but we can only play as some of them. Right. This seems complicated. Also, I don't remember what has an advantage against what. My bad. It should be the weapons triangle, shouldn't it?
Did it not say it showed you if you hovered over them?
Yeah, I guess. So you're a lance user. So we want to bring Ash, because apparently bows are good against lance, since hacking Gwen. Didu's coming. What else have we got around here? Axes. Axes. Gauntlet. We've got just about everything, to be fair. So swords, lancers and flyers, axes and lancers are covered. You're good against bows, weirdly. Also axes, also swords. So I guess maybe we should swap Mercy for someone? I guess we'll see what this does.
What did you do that for?
Because... Who is it? Oh yeah, Ash is good against lances and flyers. But at the same time, there aren't any flyers here, and I wasn't very good at controlling Ash. So maybe we'll swap him for Didu. I think that'll do. Then good. Gilbert and Rodrigue. Good lord. So we're trying to Fire Emblem this Warriors game. Great. Right, who needs defense most of the people I'm bringing? I'm going to assume it's Mercy. I assume correctly. Ooh, battalions. That's good to know. Okay, and that's just no today. We know now. I guess that will do for preparations. Let's do this.
As we feared, the soldiers are using the townsfolk as shields. What cowards!
And our first priority is to secure the people's safety.
Begin the operation.
Wow, you have no advantages. Great.
I'll do my best.
What a baby.
I'm a little nervous about this.
Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Let's begin.
It's the first time we've heard an Edge of Dawn remix.
We will proceed as planned.
It might be, actually.
We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Right, everyone has orders.
We'll start by eliminating guards on the capital perimeter. Commence the attack.
Ah, here, Rodrigue.
This will go faster if we split into two groups.
Already done it, Sylvain.
Let's take it for ourselves.
Now's our chance. Attack!
Mercy, were you just randomly walking up to that dude?
I got this.
She definitely seems to have no sense of urgency about this, does she?
Literally none. Hey, Sylvain, well done.
Almost
You
broke
did
a
a
sweat
thing.
there. Next.
I know where I'm going. Actually...
Shall we?
Not a problem. Move out.
Do the thing
Not a
that you're
problem.
doing,
Move
Shaz.
out.
I don't really know what you're doing, but let's say you're doing the thing. Everything seems to be going very well over here. For whatever reason.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
You can go do that.
We will proceed as planned.
Can you break the jar for me,
We
Dimitri?
move now.
I don't know, but you're going over there anyway. It's all very complicated. Can we get to this guy yet, actually?
We will proceed as planned.
No. We know now.
I'm going.
Allow me.
It looks like she's just slapping him from that angle.
Things should be easier now that we know our backs are safe. Open the gates and seize the town, but ensure no harm comes to the people.
Okay.
Ferdiad is large. We should divide and conquer.
Still doing it, did you?
Also, thank you, Captain Obvious.
Not a problem.
I still love you, though.
I've got this.
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about this.
Begin the operation.
You're a little nervous about everything, Ash.
Wow, Ingrid is useless on this side.
Our orders are clear.
Great.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
We will proceed as planned.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Let's begin.
And there's no one that is good at hitting on this side. Great, really should have swapped their sides, but
It's time to move.
guess we're doing what we're doing.
We must strive to... I've awaited this
Hey,
moment.
aren't the front gates still closed off? We should probably open them up so we can get reinforcements in here, yeah?
A fine idea. And if things go awry, we might need another way out. I'm all right.
Well, he's about your height. Clearly that apple did not fall far from the tree.
To think they would involve innocent people. We must end this battle as soon as we can.
As always in Warriors games, it's really hard to focus on plot when you're running around hitting everything in sight.
This stronghold will fall!
Let's take it for ourselves.
On the plus side, it's not particularly difficult.
Good job, Dimitri. You've got the alleyway.
Woohoo!
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Right.
Oh, hi,
Grant them
Gilbert.
no mercy.
Huh. Okay, need to give Shel new orders.
Not a problem.
Trying to keep track of all of this is deeply confusing.
I've got this.
Also, I love how nothing is really happening over here except Mercy's kind of running around doing things. Anyway. Well done, Mercy. Couldn't have done that a second earlier when I was already looking at the map, I guess,
Let's
but
give it a shot.
it is what it is. That was effective. So much of this is just giving orders.
Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
Go help out with Ash.
Is this really the best the officers of Ether can offer? Disappointing.
It was Ether. Thanks, Felix.
Good to know that we have been validated.
After much confusion.
As always. This is weird, it's like
Not a problem.
the traditional Fire Emblem thing of control, but with
I've got
so
this.
much more added nonsense. Right, who else is not doing anything currently?
I actually kind of like it. Yeah, alright, don't give me that look.
Sorry about the awkward silence, had to stare at Kart.
I'll do what I can.
I mean, yes, it's hard to keep track
worth a
of,
shot.
but I don't know. I was not convinced whether I was actually going to bother buying this game I was just going to let Kaz do it for me. Also, I'm calling her Kaz because CA is weird and clearly I'm not going to say her actual name.
Rude.
So I can say your actual name if you like.
It's been on the channel. It's not like it's new, but Kaz will do, I guess.
Fair enough. Yes, I was going to try and work out if I would just watch it being played, but actually I might give the demo a go. Maybe.
Well, you can maybe join me when multiplayer kicks in and we can see how well that goes.
That's true. If it is literally just button mashing, I should be alright.
Yeah, that does seem to be it. Oh, who's in trouble? Oh no. Was that you?
Said she defeated the brawler.
Who's in trouble?
I don't know.
Notifications button? I don't know who's in trouble. Looks like it might be Ingrid though.
All troops, march!
I don't really know. Something's happening. Great camera angles on this. Did you?
In that case, fling open the gates. Sorry, Your Highness. Stole your thunder there.
I'll allow it. Right, where'd you go, dude?
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
I just noticed the
do what
little
I can.
statistic things at the bottom.
It's
Oh,
worth
yeah.
a shot.
That's new. I wonder which one of us gives orders if we're on multiplayer. That could be
We
interesting.
will proceed as planned.
Should I play as someone else for a bit? I guess maybe.
Shall
I'm just
we?
continuing to send Mercy up here for no
Let's give it a
real
shot.
reason. Because I can, I suppose. Should I be sending someone up the other side, I wonder?
I'll do what I can.
I don't think you can really do anything around that side yet, but
It's
you can go
worth a
fight that
shot.
guy, I guess. I should probably be someone other than Dimitri for 5 minutes, but also I like being Dimitri. His playstyle is fun. I don't really know what you guys are doing, but... yeah.
Your Highness, you're all right. Some nights we should have never let it come to this. Do not blame yourselves. However, you seek to make amends. Lend me your strength and help me reclaim the capital.
No, not yet. I'll do this for His Highness.
We love you, Dadu.
Yes, we do.
Dimitri's leveling up
Take
a
a
lot.
breather.
I should probably be someone else for 5 minutes. You're level 6.
You can't be Felix. Or some of them.
Yeah.
It leaves you with, what, Mercy and
Shel.
Dadu.
Mercy is by far the lowest level, so I guess I ought to be her for a bit.
Shall we?
She's also on her
Let's give it
own.
a shot.
Yeah, I know. She was nearest, so I randomly sent her over there.
We will proceed as planned. We
You can go
must
over there, I
strive
guess.
to perform to the best of our ability.
Allow me.
Forgive me, my lord.
What just happened?
I see our enemy is somewhat competent. Deal with this Viscount Kleiman.
Who's Viscount Kleiman?
I think we might be about to find out.
Worry not, Cornelia.
Oh,
We will
generic.
save Prince Dimitri from that vile puppeteer who controls him.
Is anyone going to listen to Dimitri about this? I guess that would be too easy. Right, looks like a gate up here opened. That's fun. Oh, lots of people. And Felix can't hurt any of them. Good.
Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform.
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about this.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Just gonna casually send Shel across the entire map, as you do. I guess Felix can stay there for 5 minutes. Sure, why not?
We need to take care of those soldiers before we're boxed in.
Working on it.
I suggest we again divide our soldiers to deal with the multiple threats, Your Highness.
Okay, randomly flying into the air. Good to know.
I'll do what I can.
He's not really helpful against any of those guys, but he's a very long way from up here. Yeah, running, I guess. Oh dear. Which one's Venari again? There we go. Also, that's another word I say wrong. I think it's like vulnerary? Vulnerary, okay. But I don't like that word. Oh, I'm dying again. Failing. Oh. We're playing horse baseball, I guess.
Poor horse, what's he ever done to you, Dimitri?
Had Viscount fucking Simon on it, apparently. Who was in trouble? It's really hard to tell who is who from the sprites, not gonna lie. We'll find out. Shel is striking at the farm. How do I,
This is just sad. Can we please hurry and get this battle over with?
That's how I do those. I need to remember that I can do combat arts and they level up and stuff because,
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Shall we?
How about you just
Come with me,
run
everyone.
away for a minute?
Is something being said? Or is he just sat in that corner?
That's a good question. Hey, did you Brigade? What's that?
Please, Your Highness, you must see reason. We are only doing our duty.
Take
He's
him
gonna
into custody.
keep hanging out here.
I have a lot of questions for him.
You gonna spawn out?
Apparently not.
Oh.
Oh no, there we go.
Where was Sylvain again?
There.
Ah.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this. Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
You can go attack them. I don't really want to do anything with you right now, Mercy. My bad. Right, Dimitri, where are we going, actually?
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous.
No one on this
about
side seems to be
Begin the
doing anything
operation.
right now.
Our orders are clear.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
I want to go get that vase. Clearly the correct priority.
Thank the goddess we were able to keep the people out of harm's way.
Let's take it for ourselves.
Why does the map keep zooming in and out as well? That's really bizarre. Don't mind me, just hunting for vases.
The town should be safe for the time being. Let's press on to the castle.
How do we breach the castle with the drawbridges up?
These people are hopelessly outnumbered. Unleash our units from the strongholds and crush them all.
Or don't.
This could be our chance. There are controls by the castle gates that lower the drawbridges. We can do so from within the strongholds. We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
Okay, you're doing a thing.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Okay, nothing up there needs doing.
I'll do what I can.
It's so far away.
It's worth a shot.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
I don't really know what Mercy's doing, but she can keep doing it, I guess.
Your Highness, the troops that escaped the castle have taken up position in the surrounding strongholds.
That won't do.
My dude.
We must retake them at once and ensure the town is safe for good.
On my
You're here
way.
to rescue us. Give us the honor of joining you in battle.
Gosh, this minimap is confusing. But it stopped zooming for 5 seconds.
You like that?
This stronghold will fall!
Yes, we know, you say that every 5
This area is
minutes.
secure. Not a moment too soon, it seems.
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about this.
Begin the operation. I have your back.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
Shall we? Shall we? I'll provide assistance.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Okay, I think that's everyone given orders who needed orders. Again, it's slightly difficult to keep track.
Let's take it for ourselves.
I'm enjoying the music though. Kind of a bop. Also, why is Dedue's running animations so funny to me? Right, down here seems to be a problem, but oh no, we've successfully got the thing. That's great.
I'm a little nervous about this.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Ooh, there was another jar. I want it.
That's the last of the strongholds. Things should be much quieter around here from now on.
Really? Oh. Big fancy
And
levers.
of course, the main entrance is blocked. We need to find another way in.
Let's take the stronghold.
Clicking on it.
Let us crush their defenses.
Got you. Let's get that bridge down. Where are the controls?
I've awaited this moment.
I didn't actually mean to attack that. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Just hit the lever. That's how it works, right?
Good. Now, if we lower the other drawbridge, we'll be able to attack the enemy from both sides.
I clearly underestimated the royal wealth. Time for someone to put him in his place.
Oh, good. Reinforcements. Where is the other control?
Hear you loud and clear. Come on, let's get marching.
Okay, you can do that. I can't get to the reinforcements without going all the way back down. That's
Not a
annoying.
problem. I've got this.
You can do it, Shel. Who else is kind of wandering?
I'll do what I can.
Okay, Felix should
Let's
not be sent
begin.
over there. Dedue, you're on it.
It's time to move.
I'll do my best. I'll back them up.
Okay. Again, I think that's everyone gone. We'll find out. I would like to get through these doors though, please and thank you. Shame I don't seem to be able to. Oh, I get it. We have to go all the way back. That's gonna be annoying.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
I'll do my best.
Why does Ash's voice sound so much more dramatic in this?
I'm a little nervous about this.
Begin
Like,
the
I'll
operation.
do my best. Just be the baby you are.
Our
We
orders
still
are
love
clear.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
you. Lots of running to be done.
I've got this.
Now that
My
we
turn.
have access to both the east and west bridges, it's time to breach the capital, corner the traitors, and strike them down.
Oh.
My, this is your lucky day. I've decided that you deserve my personal attention.
Where are you?
Ah, fate. You truly are whimsical. Will today mark my death or his? Either way, this farce will finally come to a close.
Sure hope so. Excellent quality music, though. Oh, I'm going completely the opposite way to the way I thought I was going, but whatever. Hey guys. Have fun. I'm so lost. Okay, yeah, I do have to go the other way. Do. I totally know what I'm doing, she says, not knowing what she's doing. What are you doing, Dimitri? Do you not have orders? Yeah, you do. I guess in theory if I follow him I should end up where I want to be. But I'm too fast. Great. Who built this city to be this confusing? Dimitri's just running up and down that single road, apparently. Helpful. Wait, am I at a dead end again? The heck is happening? Dimitri, I was following you! Good lord. Right.
Not a problem. I've got this.
And I can't control either of the people who are actually over there.
We must. I've awaited this
Dimitri it is, I guess. Well done, Dedue. I'm proud of you guys. More orders?
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of it.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Ugh, I keep wanting to run, but he's already default running. Yeah, I know, Report. You've told me this 3 times. I will have that. I don't know what that does, but I will have it. And that.
I'm all right.
Okay, something is happening. Hey, Gilbert. Cornelia.
Oh, why the long faces? Does our hospitality displease you so?
If this is your hospitality, then yes.
Stare at you vexes you more. You should have died that day.
Which day? From what I've heard, you've tried to kill me a few
Turns
times.
out we finally agree on something. But seeing as I yet live, I have a duty to fulfill. Bear witness to my might. Stand down!
So, it's come to this at last. If you want my head, then come claim it.
Working on it.
I intend to, Uncle. Restorative immortal.
Brightest nights, we will defend our needs to the last.
House Darius has endured the most ludicrous of accusations because of you.
And yet, they're all true. Just see how you use that monster in an attempt to seize the throne.
Okay, yeah, we defeated her while they were talking.
Look at me, getting wrapped up in my fun again. But sadly, I must...
Yeah, I don't care enough to talk to you properly. Right,
Begin the
everyone who was over
operation.
here, start running, I
Orders are
guess.
clear.
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about this.
Not a problem. I've got this.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
It's time to
Bid you
allow me.
farewell.
She's slippery, that one.
My uncle seems determined to not surrender, which means he gives me no other choice.
Hey, dude.
Do you have to rule over men when you're barely human yourself? You're an aberration. Nothing more.
Unlucky for you.
Wow. That's gonna be a frame rate killer.
I can't take much more of this.
I think we're done, honestly. Yeah. Woo.
Your Highness, we are moving Rufus to a cell and preparing him for questioning.
Good, thank you. I will join you shortly. Raise your voices with me, friends. You fought hard this day, and now victory is ours.
Yay! I don't think anyone else raised their voices. No, I didn't do very well there.
I mean, you did keep getting lost.
This is true. And I didn't really kill many people because I couldn't be bothered. See how good I am at these games.
I think I've grown.
I'm stronger. We'll see about that.
Quite like how clean the graphics look on this bit.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
remember how this.
I'm glad to be of use.
That's not surprising.
Really not. I was him most of the level, I think.
I must keep aiming higher.
Hey, a new power.
How can I best use this power?
think I've learned something new.
I'm getting better.
This will help everyone out.
I don't know what I'm doing with all this food, but I'm getting this food. Maybe I'll get access to merchants eventually? I don't know. Ooh.
Something you feel like saying?
No.
All traitors get put to the sword. It's his duty as king.
Final words?
None for you. But tell me something, boy. Does it trouble you to slay your own kin? What a surprise. I did not think you capable of sympathy, craven monster that you are.
Yes. But either way, I do what I must.
Well, to perish by your hand. It is a fate that I much deserve.
Well then. POV, you're being executed. Dimitri just keeps having no good, very bad days, doesn't he?
He sure does.
That's so
Which
rude
leaves
to
the
him.
lords Elidor, Mateus, and Kleiman.
Mateus.
We believe they, as well as many powerful Western lords, were accomplices in the assassination of the late king.
Who dis?
Who dis?
Along with the Grand Duke, they seem to have received large sums of money and supplies from the imperial nobility.
Sylvain's dad?
He has a very wide mouth.
Similar hair colour, which is why, but question mark?
Thinking this to be recompense for the assassination in Dusker, we investigated the link further.
The chapter of Dusker, I guess.
In 1171, the mage Cornelia arranged for a certain powerful imperial family to come to the kingdom.
What is with this weird exposition dumping?
That's the year when my step-uncle, Lord Arundel, brought Edelgard here in exile.
Again, what? Without the context of Three Houses, what is this?
Correct. We think Lord Arundel and his followers were behind the matter. They have deep ties to the imperial household.
As I suspected. You're a clever man, Margrave Gautier. Well done.
Okay, it is Sylvain's dad. But also, huh?
Thank you, Your Highness.
If we continue wringing information out of them at this pace, we'll soon have a clear picture of what transpired.
I'm glad someone will.
My uncle's attendants must also confess to the slaughter in Dusker. But now that things have come this far, we can't expect the Western Lords to stay silent. We need a way to keep them far from power.
Oh, there are always ways, provided you're willing to keep all your options open.
Yes, I suppose so. Let us speak more of this later. For now, spread word of what you have found to every palace and pub in the land. That should help keep the lords in check.
Since when are we calling them pubs and not inns? Again, I know that it's done by another company and they effectively just use the characters, but some of these dialogue choices feel weird.
There have been a couple of odd, potentially slightly mistranslated bits as well, where it's very almost the right thing, she said, proving her grammar is great. It's almost there, but just not quite, so...
Yeah, this is odd.
Is that wise, Your Highness? If we announce that Rufus was involved in the tragedy of Dusker...
I will not feed my people half-truths. They deserve to know.
I've always admired that candor, Your Highness. Yet such news is sure to create a degree of unrest in the kingdom.
So you suggest we bury the truth? Should it somehow come to light, the people's faith in me will be forever shaken. If the kingdom is ever to part ways with our bloody past, this is the path we must walk.
Fine words, though I doubt they'll appease the people of Dusker, nor the rest of Fargus, many of whom will not be so quick to forgive.
Ha! We thought you might say as much, which is why His Highness and I have devised a solution. I will resign the title of Duke and pass it to my heir.
Felix.
Felix? Glenn?
Spare me, Rodrigue. One person with wild ideas is already one too many.
Wait, how does that help anyway? Does it help?
It's not wild at all, Matthias. Someone must bear responsibility for what happened in Dusker.
So, it's gonna be you?
People will naturally seek to point the finger at His Highness, and we need him unsullied if he is to lead. Someone has to get down in the mud and bear the slings and arrows for him. Who better for such a task than me?
Well, he's devoted, I'll give him that.
Rodrigue will abandon his title and work with Dedue to restore harmony between our people. I'm not asking him to take his life. Rather, he offered to spend it to set things to rights.
That's very noble of him.
Yeah.
In that case, we've only to deal with the issue of the throne. I believe we should move forward with your coronation straight away.
I agree. My time at the Officers' Academy was a valuable experience, but I belong here now.
Okay then.
My 2 weeks at the Officers' Academy was a valuable experience.
It's taught me so much.
We did one whole battle.
And most of that was Yuritsa just killing everyone for us.
Literally, like, last map it was like, wow, I really hope I can learn from my classmates and get to know them better. This time it's, yeah, I was there for 5 minutes, that'll do, right?
Bye, guys.
Obviously, Felix won't be able to return either. Have him come to me later, so I can deliver the news and an apology.
I've already had a word and told him what must be done. You've no need to apologize.
Would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that conversation. I bet it went really well.
Yes, I have. As for you, Gustav, you'll also be staying here in the kingdom.
Wait, I've just realised, Annette didn't come with them for this. They're gonna have to do a heck of a lot of explaining.
Yep. Also,
but I abandoned my homeland. There can be no place for me in
Sorry,
Fargus.
Kart.
Thanks. Also, him just casually real naming Gilbert.
Oh, yeah.
I will make a place for you. I need your help. Lady Rhea will understand.
Will she, though?
It would be my great honor, Your Highness.
Send word to the church and the lords. Count Galatea will be in charge of contacting the south. Now, there's another topic I'd like to discuss. I wish to reorganize my army. Since I have you all assembled, I'd like to hear your suggestions.
Let me guess. Let's put Shel in charge. That can't go wrong at all. Or another Fade to Black, that'll work too. Good lord, what is the story in this?
Dimitri? Have you even slept since the battle?
Never mind that. There's a favor I've been meaning to ask of you.
Oh, here we go.
It won't happen right away, but I'm considering the formation of a new private army. I need someone to captain them, and I was hoping it might be you.
You've been my best friend for 2 minutes.
And what does the leader of the kingdom need with a private army?
I fear my uncle may have rubbed off on too many of my knights. I'm not saying they're all bad, but it's clear as day that bribery ran rampant. To rectify the matter, I'm looking into a complete reorganization of the army. These next several years will be an age of civil war, and I want to be surrounded with the best and most loyal soldiers I can find.
Most loyal. So far, Shel has been best friends with some people, watched them die, gone, oh no, they're dead. Then decided that revenge is their defining trait. And then been like, Officers' Academy, yeah, I guess so. And now they're the most loyal person in the world to Dimitri. What is Shel's character arc? I can't figure it out.
Well, that does sound interesting. Still, I'm just a regular old grunt. Why put me in charge?
Because this will be an army of commoners, not knights and nobles.
Every time.
A mercenary like you is far more likely to earn their trust than some stuffy noble who's never known a day of hardship.
So that means we're not getting any of the Blue Lion characters except maybe Ash as part of this, right?
Also, in this game, who is a stuffy noble who's never known a day of hardship? They've all known plenty of flipping hardship.
Yeah.
Please, allow me to be clear. This is not an order. If you'd rather return to the academy, you're free to do so.
I mean, Shel barely wanted to be there in the first place, let's face it.
Are you kidding? I'm in. Thank you, Dimitri.
Shel just doesn't feel like they fit with the Three Houses
Having put down
world.
Rufus's revolt and ended his uncle's life, Dimitri draws closer to the truth regarding the tragedy of Dusker, and also begins the process of ascending the throne.
What is
All
this
the while,
pacing?
the Adrestian Empire deals with a fierce power struggle in its capital, Enbar, while the Leicester Alliance finds themselves pitted against an invading Olmyran horde.
Thanks for catching us up with the other routes there.
Yeah. I just... Huh?
Realizing the troubles of Fodlan will fall squarely on her young students' shoulders, Archbishop Rhea closes the Officers' Academy and permits her charges to return home.
How generous.
Okay. Ended the prologue, I guess. Officers' Academy is closed.
No wonder they didn't want to call it Three Houses.
No kidding. Yeah. Game goes on, I guess. I have thoughts, as you can probably tell from the way I sound right now, but let's see how it goes, I guess. Until then, thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.